Hello everybody, welcome back to the Bison Workshop. I'm Bob, and we're going to do a re-review of the M50. We have gotten new slugs in to shoot with it, and I'm probably going to delete the other review because I had the wrong equipment. So we're just going to do a re-review. And this is pretty much stock except for the folding stock. I got rid of the folding stock adapter and put a non-folding adapter on it. And I had to fix the cocking handle. The last video I did on the testing the slugs, and the cocking knob fell out simply because the set screw needed to be reset. It was probably loose from the factory, so right out of the box I added a butt pad to the end of it and put a cheek rest on it, and added a sling stud in the place of that screw that goes in the bottom because I didn't need that screw. And then I just put wrap around it, and we've got our UHO Hunt scope on it, and it's a 6x24x50 FFE. And somebody asked me, why don't you shoot at a field of 4,500? Well, I don't see where it's necessary at 30 yards. If you want to test yours at that PSI, that's fine. But I also have another reason why. My Yonghing will not pump past 4,000 PSI. As soon as it gets to 4,000 PSI, the burst disc blows. So I just settle for 3,600 on all my guns, including my Avenger, which takes 4,000 PSI. I don't see any point in going any further than that, because the Big 9, it's a 50 cal, and it only requires the 3,600. I don't see any reason why this one won't do it 3,600 either, because that is the max fill on the Big 9. So if a Big 9 will do it, this will do it. So get off my case, guys. Now, I did get some new slugs in, the 191 grain slugs from KRS over with Ray, and I wanted to show this because this shows pride in a business. What he has done is vacuum sealed these, and there is no moving around. It's solid, and these are not moving around. These are nice and pretty. So what he's done is vacuum sealed them, and I'm impressed. This is the way everyone should send their slugs. Either that or an individual slot box. Either way. But this is the cheaper way of going, and it's effective. So we're going to open this. Now I'm trying out some different stuff today. I had to get a new phone, and I think I got one of the biggest piece of shit phones out there, the Galaxy, the Samsung Galaxy A03s, and I'm having a problem with the charging on it. It's very slow charging. Last night it took me over an hour to charge 1%. So these are the 191 grain, and this is what we're going to be testing in this today, because I know that these tested really good. So this one here was hole on hole. If you remember that last video, I'll put a picture of that target right here. So that's what I have in my magazines right now, and they look really, really good. I mean, these things are just as shiny as can be. I like them. I can't wait to get the hollow points, which he's working on. So I'm going to get set up here. I've got the chronograph hooked to my phone. Now, this being a new phone, I'm going to probably have to do some setting up before I get it to work. So I'm going to have all that ready before we get back on in the camera. So we'll be back. Alright guys, I have filled the gun. I can't get the phone to work with my chronograph. I got to do a bunch of permission thing, and I'm not sure how to do that. So we're just going to have to do it the old-fashioned way like I've been doing. Now, before I get started on this, I would like to reflect on a comment that was made on my last review and said, why don't you fill them to 4,500 PSI? Well, I thought this was a 4,000 PSI max fill, but I just realized I was right all along. 3,600 is the max fill for this M50. So whoever said that, bite me. So we're going to go ahead and get reset up here. And you can't cock it without the safety off or on, or no, off. So we're going to do probably, well, we'll just go ahead and do 6 shots. And I am maximum filled at 3,600. And if you don't believe me, let me turn it up right. Look at that gauge. Max is where it turns yellow at 3,600. So whoever thinks that this thing's supposed to have 4,500 PSI in it, and if you're filling your gun to 4,500 PSI, it's your fault that you have problems. Nobody else's. So, you know, if you're going to do something that's not recommended, then I'm the wrong channel to watch, because I do what's recommended. So anyway, we'll get started on this, and we're shooting the KRS 191 grain mini Goombas, and I liked them so much that I went and bought 2 more packs just like that. So if you want a good accurate slug, I believe those are the ones you want. So we'll get started here. I sure would like to have one of them chronographs that talks to you. I had one, but I couldn't get it to work with my tablet that I had, so I just sold both the tablet and the FX chronograph to Pete. Alright, so now let's get ready to shoot shot number 1, and I'm going to try to remember to look at the chronograph each time. Sometimes I forget, so forgive me if I do. Bullseye, 833. Shot number 2. Same hole, 765. $742. 4 shot. $7.24. $7.44. Last shot. Same hole as the last hole, 7.12. Now I had a flyer there on that second one, but let me go get that target. All right, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is our group, and that circle is a 1-inch group, so we're looking at a 2-inch group at 30 yards. Yep, actually it's a 1 3/4 inch group. That's a good group. That's a deer on your dinner table. So if you want a good shooting slug, these are the ones to get. Now we're working on the hollow points like I said before, and we're still waiting on them to be made. So that is my re-review of the M50. And again, I'm going to stress to you that the recommended amount of air that is to be filled in this gun is 3,600, not 4,500, not 4,000, 3,600. And if you don't believe me, look at your gauge. When it turns yellow, that's beyond recommended. As long as it's in green, that's your recommended fill pressure. So anything between 0 to 3,600 is recommended. And I think I forgot to tell you what that last number was. 712 was the last number. I hate it when I forget that chronograph. I'd like to have one that speaks because of that very reason. So there's your grouping. Now I'm going to do a trigger pull test. I mean, I've already done all this, but since this is a re-review, we'll do it again. £4, 15.5 ounces. Oh, that's more than what it was the last time I checked it. Let's try that again. That's why we do 3 of them. £5, 4.2 ounces. $4 pounds, 1.4 ounces. Alright, so now let's get a sound test. Get out of here, bee. Alright. We're only going to do 2 because that's all I've got in the mag. Alright, first shot. .86. Second sound shot. 88.7. And that empties the mag. So I believe that I'll have food on my table this winter. Because this is not a bad gun. It's got pretty decent grouping, and I'm not going to shoot a deer any further than 60 yards anyway. And I don't see any reason why this won't take a deer. So that's my review on the M50. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, and go check out KRS, Ray over at KRS, and get you some slugs. And you guys have a good one. Later.